The role of the internet in our daily lives has been greatly increased. We use it for basically everything. Do you want to find a good restaurant to eat? The internet is there. You want to conduct bank transactions? The internet is there. You want to find out where a place is? The internet is there. We are so dependent on the internet these days that it has become a source of strength to us, but at the same time, one of our greatest weaknesses. What if someone decided to exploit our use of the internet or technology in general? What if the said person reaches into our personal file and takes out our bank details and transfers out funds from our business accounts? What if all these evil acts could be perpetrated from a screen miles away with just the push of a button? What if? Well, the truth of the matter is all these things I have mentioned are now possible thanks or no thanks to certain individuals who go about committing cybercrime. Today, we will be looking into the effects of these cybercrimes in Nigeria being carried out by those notoriously known as Yahoo boys or 419ers, coined from section 419 of the Nigerian Criminal Code that deals with fraud and the charges and penalties for such offenders who leverage the anonymity given to them by the internet to defraud unsuspecting victims. The estimated annual financial loss in Nigeria due to cybercrime was 250 billion naira, that is $649 million in 2017, and 288 billion naira, that is $800 million in 2018. The financial fraudsters, popularly known as 419ers, were already in operation in Nigeria, especially in the commercial city of Lagos before the internet came around. The introduction of the internet has been marred by the evolution of new waves of crime. It has become an environment where the most lucrative and safest crime thrives. Nigerian youths, especially the undergraduates in universities, have taken to the illicit trade called internet scam. Investigations reveal that this development is responsible for drastic reduction in cultism in the higher institutions, as it has been overshadowed by widespread cyber fraud. The fraudulent business became prevalent in Nigeria in 2000 with the accessibility of the internet, and with it came their notorious moniker, Yahoo Boys. This moniker was given because of the method these boys used to perpetrate the crime, which involves sending sinister and deceptive emails using Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, and the likes. A rich Yahoo boy is considered a role model for the youth. They fancy his lifestyle and want to be like him. In the course of research for this video, I found out there are various forms which these scammers can use in order to defraud people, and I'm here to enlighten you on some of them. Lottery scam. It operates in this manner. An email is received from a lottery institution congratulating the individual for winning a lottery they did not participate in. The scammers usually demand for quick response from their victims. The real scam comes when the victims are asked to pay some amount of money or fees to release their winning prize. Phishing. This is a technique used to acquire sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, and credit card details. The sole aim of the phishing scammers is to establish in the subconscious of the victims that information they received is from a genuine website and thereby establish their faith in them. Romance scam. Almost 99% of Yahoo boys started their careers from this fraud. You will register a private account on a popular dating website, fill in your profile, find an attractive photo, and wait till somebody falls in love with you. Subsequently, she or he will begin paying your bills and sending dollars to you. They play on emotional triggers to get their victims to provide money, gifts, and personal details. At the early stage of the relationship, giving of minor gifts may be reciprocal. Then eventually, the scammer makes requests for small amounts of money for numerous reasons. ATM scam. Some Yahoo boys have taken their scam off the internet, as they now lay siege at ATM points to feign assistance to vulnerable users such as illiterates, the old and physically challenged, and later swap cards to defraud them. This is done mostly on weekends when normal banking operations are non-functional and outside the state where the account is domiciled. The efforts by the government and agencies to fight these cybercrimes so far have come to naught, and while the spread of cybercrime could not be adequately curtailed by crime prevention agencies, the effects of these crimes continue to bite hard on our economy, locally and internationally. Public image. Apart from local economic sabotage and fraud, a large number of Nigerians are also engaged in perpetrating internet fraud by duping individuals and corporate institutions abroad through spurious economic deals. Nigeria's image has continuously borne the brunt of this the most. It has been seriously battered internally and externally. It has become so bad that even in foreign shows, our fraudulent internet activities are being used as the butt of jokes. Cybercrime destroys the reputation of a country, making the business environment difficult for startups and small and medium-sized enterprises, while discouraging investment in the economy by foreign companies. Most times, Nigerians are usually treated with suspicion in business dealings and transactions. Though cybercrime is a global phenomenon, individual countries suffer the effects differently depending on what laws each country has in place to address the situation, as well as how effective their law and crime prevention agencies are able to curtail the menace. Denied opportunities for Nigerians abroad. This starts right from the issuing of visas into other countries. Our green passports hold zero credibility in the eyes of people abroad. This is a typical case of one bad apple would spoil the bunch, because majority of Nigerians who do not have the slightest idea of what it takes to be a fraudster are suffering under the bad reputation umbrella created by those Nigerians caught. Nigerians are hardly considered when they seek asylum in foreign countries, especially in the United Kingdom, because of this bad reputation. Cybercrime threatens foreign investments as well as misrepresents the country among other nations as corrupt. Nigeria is currently on the list of one of the most corrupt nations in the world. It is this stigmatization that has left businessmen and women who carry out legitimate businesses facing severe discrimination. Majority of the businessmen and women go through a strenuous screening before foreigners would eventually agree to transact business with them. Hinders the progress and development in the country. Foreign direct investment is one of the major forms of economic development for a country, and the refusal of foreign companies to invest may cause a retarded growth, however significant in the economy of the home country. Fear of fraud is a major deterrent for foreign companies. The inevitable cycle of events, if this continues, would result in no investment, no development, no development, no employment, and no development and employment, no progress. The amount of business deals and investment prospects that have been lost by Nigeria as a country due to fraudulent speculations is enough to make a significant change in all federating states of Nigeria. Increase in corruption. Most of these Yahoo boys work hand in hand with government agency workers and bank workers. It was gathered that they work in collaboration with some bank staff who tip them off once there is a large remittance to be made. For successful execution of fraud, an insider within the bank is important, as the most common means of collecting payments for these acts is through the banks in Western Union. The banker facilitates payment without attracting the attention of security agencies. They also get their share of the loot. The instability in the Nigerian banking sector may have created an uncommitted workforce. Working in an insecure establishment makes workers vulnerable. The corruption in the country due to the activities of Yahoo boys has been on the rise. In Nigeria, a number of key factors, such as a high rate of unemployment, the quest for wealth, a lack of strong cybercrime laws, harsh economic conditions, bad educational systems, and incompetent security on personal devices, amongst others, contribute to the increase in the activities of these Yahoo boys. Another cause is insufficient personnel in the field of cybersecurity in Nigeria. Cyber awareness or sensitization of the populace will go a long way in educating the masses on how to prevent common forms of cyber crimes like email fraud, malware attacks, and limitation in the access of sexually explicit content from children and young people. More universities should introduce cybersecurity as a standalone course under the School of Computing. This will accord the benefit for young Nigerians to pursue a career in the field of cybersecurity and work in synergy with other professionals to tackle cybercrime. The government should implement cybersecurity best practices, especially in the financial sector, to prevent cybercrime and prosecute perpetrators. Security software such as authorized antivirus systems should be installed on personal devices. The effect of these Yahoo boys on Nigeria's economy has been mainly negative, as we can see. We have to find a way to stop the menace, or the country's image will continue dwindling despite the strides and moves the country is making for development.
Thank you for watching. I'm Isaac. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel for more content coming up. See you in the next video. Bye for now.